Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1503 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for July 31st, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1503. I'm gonna start with the word train. Alright, got the R green and I yellow, so I've placed I've placed R as the second letter, and I goes somewhere else in this word. Probably, and most likely, in the middle. So it could be something like brick. There are a lot of double consonants to go with. D R P R, G R F R B R C R W R. They're all possible. And it could end in anything. Like prism also works. We could also have crisp. Let's just guess anything. So crisp, why not? Okay. Place the R and I, which is what I expected. But it's gonna take me some time to get the other letters. It also could be, an E ending word. It could end in E. Oof, yeah, so many possibilities. Um, it could be drive. Okay, it does not have an E. Hmm. Could be double L ending, like grill, or I'm worried that it has another vowel. Let's try grill. Oh, okay, it is RILL ending. So, um, frill or alright, frill is today's Wordle answer. Alright, finally got there. Took some time to figure out the pattern, but I think the RI was quite clear. Repeated L, um, could be somewhat tricky, but not actually too tricky. It's a common pattern for words to end in double L, and double consonant FR at the beginning. The only vowel I is sandwiched in the middle. So yeah, frill is today's Wordle answer. I got it in 5 tries. It's alright. It's alright. I'll take it. Because it's not a super easy word to guess, but did not go worse, so I'll take it. Got today's Wordle answer frill in 5 tries. This is Wordle number 1503. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is July 31st, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. We have these twos pointing left. Well, I see that in column 2, 2 is a missing digit, but these open cells see another 2. So in column 2, the digit 2 is forced into one of these 2 cells. Now these ones point left, and these 2 cells form a 1-2 pair. As you can see in block 1, the digits 1 and 2 are missing. These 1s and 2s force both 1 and 2 into these 2 cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 2 into block 1, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 1 and 2. So these 2 cells form the 1-2 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. Now 8 is certainly not 1 or 2. So 8 is eliminated from these 2 cells because 8 cannot go into the 1-2 pair. With these 8s pointing in, the digit 8 in block 1 is forced into this cell. And these 8s point right. So this 1-2 pair means that the other 3 open cells in block 1 contain the other 3 missing digits. One of them is a 6, but we have a 6 down here pointing up. And 6, of course, cannot go into one of these 2 cells, which are, well, yeah, 6 cannot go into the 1-2 pair, right? So in block 1, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, leaving behind a 4-5 pair. in these two cells. Now, this 1-2 pair also works for row 1 because both of the cells involved in the pair lie in the same row. So this 1-2 pair makes the other 4 open cells in row 1 contain 3, 6, 7, and 8. This cell, well, I'm spotting things really fast today, I'm so locked in. This cell sees 3, 6, and 8. So in row 1, these two cells, of course, can only be 1 or 2 because of the pair. And this cell sees 3, 6, and 8. So 3, 6, and 8 can only go into the other 3 open cells in this row, which makes this cell a 7. This is actually a naked single 7. Because this cell, it sees or cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So 7 is the only possible digit which can go into this cell, but at the same time, I cannot exclude 7 from this cell, because I have to ensure that there is at least one digit which can go into this cell. I have to ensure there's a value for this cell. So, after eliminating all other digits apart from 7 from this cell, I have to put a 7 into this cell. It's the only possible digit that can go into this cell. So this is a naked single 7, which leaves 3, 6, and 8 to these 3 cells, and these 7s actually get 7 placed in this cell in block 3. Then these 7s point down. The 7 points left and the 7 points down, so the digit 7 in block 4 is forced into this cell, and 7 in block 5 goes into one of these two cells. In column 5, there are 3 open cells, so the missing digits are 4, 8, and 9. This cell sees 4 and 8. Alright, so that's great. This cell is a 9, leaving 4 and 8 into the other 2 open cells in this column. Now these 9s point right, and this cell sees another 9. So in block 3, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. 9 goes into one of these 2 cells in blocks 6. Okay, so this is a really good pattern. So for example, this 2 points left, and after I place the 7, the digit 2 in block 4 now can only go into one of these 2 cells which both lie in the same column, column 3. So in block 4, there's a hidden 2 in one of these 2 cells, and no matter which cell the 2 ends up in, this cell sees both of the cells. So this cell cannot contain a 2, it sees a hidden 2 from block 4. So after eliminating 2 from this cell, the 1-2 pair is resolved this way. Okay, and then these ones points down, this cell sees another 1. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. 1 goes into one of these 2 cells in block 5, and into one of these 2 cells in block 9. 4, 5 pair here makes the other 2 open cells in column 1 a 3, 9 pair, but this cell sees a 9. Did I say 3, 9 pair? Yeah, I think I did, right? So 3 and 9 placed this way because of the 9 here. And then, 3 in block 4 is forced into one of these 2 cells. We also, what am I saying? We also have 6 as a missing digit of block 4, so 6 goes into one of these 2 cells, and now, in block 4, there are 4 open cells, so it equals to 4 missing digits, but I've marked down 3 of the 4 missing digits, and yet there is still a cell, an empty cell, with no markings. So this is the only other digits remaining, which is a 5. You can always double check. These 4 cells are for 2, 3, 5, and 6. They're the missing digits of block 4, but this cell sees 2, 3, and 6. So this cell must be a 5, leaving 2, 3, and 6 to these 3 cells. And it makes these 3 cells 2, 7, and 8 for column 2. And these 3 cells are down to 4, 5, and 9 for the column. This cell sees 9 and this cell sees 5. Okay. In block 2, 3, 5, and 6 are the missing digits. Sorry, not a 2. This cell sees a 6 and this cell sees a 3. 4, 5, and 6 are missing from row 3 and 3, 4, and 5 are missing from row 2. Oh, but these cells cannot contain a 5. Oh, okay, so in row 4, the digits 3 and 6 are missing. Well, these three cells see 3 and 6. So in order to fit both 3 and 6 into row 4, I have to make these two cells reserved for 3 and 6. Sorry, not 2. These two cells have to be reserved for 3 and 6 in order to fit both 3 and 6 into row 4. So these two cells form the 3-6 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these two cells. 3-6 pair here makes the other 3 open cells in this row contain 1, 4, and 8, because they're the other missing digits of row 4. But 1, as you can see, is forced into this cell, and then this also sees 8. So actually, 1, 4, and 8 can be placed like this immediately after spotting the 3-6 pair in row 4. Then this cell is a 4 to complete the column. Then 1 goes into one of these two cells in block 6. Okay, so this 5 points right and this 5 points down. So in block 9, the digit 5 is forced into row 8. So in block 9, there's a hidden 5 here, which lies in row 8. So a hidden 5 here eliminates 5 from this cell and gets 5 placed in this cell in block 7. And this cell sees 4, so actually 9 and 4 place immediately like this as well. Then these 4s point to right, so force the digit 4 into this cell in block 9. 4 goes into one of these two cells in block 6. 9 goes into one of these two cells in block 8. Okay, in column 9, the missing digits are 1, 3, 6, and 8. This cell sees 1, 3, and 8. So it can only be a 6. You can always double check this is a naked single 6. As you can see, this cell cannot contain, or it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So I still have to ensure that this cell has a value. It has to contain 1 digit. And I cannot exclude 6 from this cell because all other digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9, all cannot go into this cell. So then, I know that 6 is the only possible digit which can go into this cell. So to avoid empty cells, which break the Sudoku puzzle, I have to make the cell a 6. It's the only possible digit that can go into this cell. So this is a naked single 6. And it resolves the 3-6 pair to complete row 4. And it also completes column 3. Sorry, this should be... no, wrong way round. This cell sees 3, so 3 in this cell instead, which makes this 2. Then in column 9, 1, 3, and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees a 3. Okay, in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells. So these two cells form a 5-6 pair. As you can see in block 9, the digits 5 and 6 are missing. These 5s and 6s force both 5 and 6 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 5 and 6 into block 9, I have to make these two cells reserved for 5 and 6. So these two cells form the 5-6 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these two cells. Now 7 is certainly not 5 or 6, so 7 is eliminated from this cell because it's part of the 5-6 pair. So 7 cannot go into the cell anymore. After eliminating it, the digit 7 in block 9 is forced into this cell. Which then places 1 in this cell in block 9 and gets the last one in this Sudoku puzzle placed in this cell. And this cell sees a 3, so we'll column 9, 3 and 8 this way to complete the column. This is an 8 because of the 5-6 pair. Then 8 in block 3 is forced into this cell. Now, this cell cannot be a 6, but 6 still has to go somewhere in block 3. So in block 3, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells, which both lie in the same column, column 8. So a hidden 6 lying in column 8 in block 3 eliminates 6 from this cell. So 6 and 5 this way. This 5 points back up, making this cell a 5. This cell sees a 4. So 4 and 9 this way, which makes this a 4 to complete the column, and resolves the 4 and 4-5 pair here. Makes this a 3, 6, 3, 6, 5. This cell now sees 7 and 8. So for column 2, this cell must be a 2, leaving 7 and 8 into these two cells only. 3 and 9 are missing from row 9, but this cell sees a 3. So 3 and 9 this way, which makes this 9 and 7. These two cells for row 6 contain 2 and 5, but this cell sees 5. So 2 and 5 this way, which places a 2 here. 7, 7, 8, and this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku puzzle in a bit under 13 minutes. So I would say the Sudoku puzzle is around the right difficulty, maybe a bit towards the straight. Although I did spot all the key spots quite rapidly, even with all the explaining, I finished in just a bit around 10 minutes, so that's quite nice. I'll go over some key spots as a quick summary. So, I don't know, I think placing the 7 here was quite key, because, oh, the 1-2 pair in block 1, of course. I was like, there was something up here, which, yeah, I now remember. The 1-2 pair in block 1 was one of the key spots, because you could place the 6 and 8 immediately, as well as the 4-5 pair, which also affected something down here. And, yeah, placing the 7 was quite useful, because the hidden 2 here resolved the pair. And then, later on, I don't know how, like, I don't know how long later, but the 3-6 pair in row 4 helped quite a lot, because the 3-6 pair in row 4, after you spot that, you can immediately place the 1, 4, and 8. Of course, that requires placing the 5 and 9 here first, but if you spot the 3-6 pair in row 4, you can immediately get 1, 4, and 8 placed. And I think there was some naked singles around the board as well. One of them was the 6 here in block 6. Row 5, column 9, this naked single 6 definitely helped, especially towards the ending. Yeah, I feel like these were the key spots. Oh, and the 5-6 pair in block 9 towards the end. I feel like that was also quite key. Definitely helped a lot. So yeah. Yeah, the 5-6 pair in block 9 was one of the key spots as well. So, pairs and naked singles were the key spots for this Sudoku puzzle, I would say. So mostly straightforward and about the right difficulty, so I'll take it. Alright, hopefully this video helped, and if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and yeah, I'll end this video here. So today is July 31st, 2025. Hopefully this video helped. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1503 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye!